generate OTP. Okay, where's my phone? Generating an OTP. There we go. Submit. Whoa, that's it. Done. Today I'm going to configure and buy a top spec custom PC from UK system builder Scan Computers, and it's going to be a top spec PC, a 5950X and an RTX 3080 graphics card with plenty of RAM. So let's get going and get this computer ordered and delivered, and we'll see what it's like. First of all, motherboard case. Okay, I already know what most of these cases are, so I know what I'm going for, and it's going to be, don't want to pay a ridiculous amount. Fractal Design Meshify 2. Why this one? Because it supports lots of drives. It's good at cooling. Show you the inside. Yeah. So this mesh is good for airflow inwards. You could put 3 fans there. I think it comes with 3 fans. 2 at the front, 1 there, and it's got plenty of space for a large radiator, either along the front or the top. And it's got plenty of SATA ports, drive bays. I think it can support up to 4 hard drives, 3.5 inch. If you go to the specification, it'll tell us how many drive bays. 4 2.5 inch, 3 3.5 inch. So you could put another 4th one in, 3.5 inch, and just have to tape it up at one corner. So you could take that. And radiators, it's got 9 fan bays, 3 fans included, and radiator capacity up to 360 top front, and top up to 420mm. So plenty of scope for radiators. I'm going to put a 360 in along the top, or scanner. And it's got plenty of space for the GPU. Look, 440mm. That's enough for RTX 3080. And I'm not interested in LEDs and all that nonsense. Just want it to be practical. £140. That's the case. Fractal Design Meshify S2. And we're going to go for the CPU straight down to the 5950X. Look, virtually the build cost is going to just about double now. So let's select the CPU. Pop it goes. And next we have the cooler, the radiator. 360mm. There we go. We've got Corsair Hydro H150i. £153. I think the build is going to be over £3,000. I was aiming for 3,000, but these prices are a little higher than I thought they'd be. We get ripped off in Britain. The exchange rate is 1 for 1 with the dollar. It's supposed to not 1.3. Memory, I'm gonna need 64 gig RAM, 3200 megahertz should be enough speed wise. 64, yeah, this one Pro. I don't want RGB. Have they got without RGB? Corsair on 64 gigabyte, 3200 megahertz. See, the only difference is RGB and they charge an extra £30. And all that's going to do is heat your system up. So 64 gig RAM for £270. Now over 2,000. I don't think this is going to be under 3,000. Probably around, I think around 3,100 to 3,200 pounds by the time I'm done. So that's the memory. Now we come to the next big component, the graphics card. Again, rip-off price UK. £750 for Asus RTX 3080 Tough. Here we go. £2,600. Now I'm going to be ordering. Your motherboard doesn't have a header for USB-C. What are you on about? What motherboard did I choose? Did I not select the motherboard? Where's the motherboard? No. Asus. You need an Asus motherboard. I don't fancy spending £400 on the Hero. They are good motherboards, but you don't really need it. Just all you need is an X570 to ensure you got PCI 4 and can overclock. So this is fine. You know, Asus ROG Strix X570F gaming. That's fine. Obviously, it's not a Hero, but then I'm not paying £100 more. And I don't need Wi-Fi, so I can forget that. This will be adequate. It's got plenty of SATA ports. It's good for overclocking. Plenty of USB. I can even show you what the specs are. Here we go, specifications. Goes to up to, well, I'm chosen 3200, that's fast enough for me. Memory up to 128 gigabyte, 64, plenty. PCIe 4. It's got 2M, yeah, that's one of the reasons. 2M.2 NVMe slots, so you can put 2 drives in, which I'm going to do. I'm going to put 2 NVMe drives into this motherboard. It's got SATA 8 SATA 3s. Don't think I'll be needing 8. It's got capacity for 8, so I'll have 4 hard drives in there plus 2 NVMe's, 4 mechanical, 2 NVMe's, so 6. But I won't be buying them from here, the SATA drives. Okay, so that's the motherboard. That takes care of that warning. And look, we're already at nearly £3,000. So what else is there? I think that's just about everything. Oh yeah, we need the NVMe 2 drives. So that's the Asus Tough. Graphic. No, I can overclock myself. Don't need to pay you. Yeah, that's not good. Power supply 550. That's not going to do it. We need at least around 1,000 watt. Corsair RM 1000X. Look at that. 1600 is £460. Triple. There we go. We're nearly at £3,000. What else is there? Oh yeah, the hard drives. Get rid of that crappy hard drive and let's go for the good 1 terabyte. Well, there's a choice between the Samsung 970 Evo and the Corsair MP600. Now this is faster on benchmarks, but that actually comes out faster on some real world usage. There's only about, what is it, £10 difference between the two. So I'm going for the PCIe 4. That's the main difference. PCIe 4, that gives you a performance boost. And I'm going to get 2 of them. £360. Why am I getting 2 instead of 1 of these? 2 terabyte is because obviously one's for operating system and programs, and other one's for, say, there's a scratch drive, cache drive, a work drive, data drive, but not long-term data, like a work drive. That's why I've got 2. Rather than just rely on, you don't want to, rely on one. Put all the burden on one, otherwise it will shorten its life. You want the system drive to last as long as possible. So less write, more read. And there, look at that. How did it get to £3,300? Well, I think I'm going to take something off. Is there including something else? No storage drives. No aftermarket fans. £3,300. That's a lot more than. Let me go over this. Make sure I'm not including anything I don't want. There's a summary tab somewhere. There we go, summary. Let's see. This is the summary of the PC I'm going to get. Meshified 2, ROG Strix 5950X, Hydro Cooler 360, 64 gig RAM, RTX 3080 TUF, 1000 watt power supply. What? So we've got 3. So that's one error. What? Anything else? Nope. So it looks like I've got an extra drive in there. Oh, it's got slots for 3 drives, I think. The motherboard, but I only want. But it shares one with the SATA ports. So you lose some SATA ports. Okay, so let's take off that drive that shouldn't be there. Where are you? Here we go. Solid state drive M2 selected. See, I didn't unselect it. Still a lot. £3,235. I was aiming for around £3,000. Now, if I put in 1, that's expensive, isn't it? £2,055. 1, I'll put 2 in. It's like I say, I want to use 1 for operating system and programs, 2nd for scratch and data and work drive. It's going to have lots of writes. So 1 drive is going to have lots of read and writes, which will be the data drive, and the operating system drive won't have many writes to it. Once you've installed the programs, it shouldn't have that many writes, because the cache, everything will be on the 2nd drive. This means the operating system drive should last a lot longer. The 2nd drive will come towards the end of its life a lot sooner than the 1st, where if I got 1, then you're looking at less than 5-year life, maybe 4 years. Whereas this way, configuring with 2 drives, you'll be looking at easily 6 years. The system should last 6 years. Okay, what's this? Two terabyte. Okay, so that's a big spend. You know, I'm gonna have to actually buy this. Unlike other big YouTubers who get the for free, who get the stuff for free, I'm gonna have to actually pay for it. Let's see if I can knock anything down. I don't really wanna. Let's look at the summary again. Go through it. Yes, Asus ROG Strix motherboard. 5950X Hydro 150. I need that for cooling. I might put some, depending on how it performs when it's delivered, I might put some extra fans in myself, depending on what it needs to cool it down. But that should be sufficient to cool the CPU. 5950X. Give it a small overclock to maybe 4.6 gigahertz. Whilst the graphics card's fine. Like I say, the case does come with 3 fans. That power supply should be enough to supply an RTX 3080 and a 5950X 1000 watt. And we got 2 NVMe 2 drives. The best ones, Corsair MP600 PCIe 4, hence high read and write, but that's actually in practice there won't be that much difference against the Samsung Evo PCIe 3. Yeah, just the benchmarks better, but it's only £10 more per drive. That's why I'm getting it. Don't need anything else, any other junk. No LED lighting. Yeah, operating system Windows Pro. Okay, estimated 15 to 20 working days. Ready for dispatch. It's going to be a month. So let's buy it now. Okay, this is going to last me 5 years at least. Let's get it. Nope. Save and continue. There we go. I don't want finance. Check out as guest. I'm going to log in now. And I'm going to check out. There's the spec. Was jumped. Oh, carriage. Delivery is £10. So £3,235.34. There we are. Get a little pen drive for data recovery. Ryzen 5950X retail box. 3-year warranty, 1 year on site. If it breaks down, I'm going to fix it myself anyway. But if it works, basically when you get a new system, if there's nothing wrong with it during its first week of use, then it should be okay for several years. If there's anything wrong with it, you should find out straight away. So when I get this new PC, I'll go through the various benchmarks and tests I do to make sure it actually works. Okay, before I start using it as my primary PC. This will be my primary PC when it comes. Okay, anything else? Corsair 2x3 MP. Yeah. Just going over it quickly. Meshified glass. Yeah. Why is it listing the warranty twice? Scan 3-year warranty mainland. Okay, for some reason is listing the warranty twice. Well, that's the price I configured it at, £3,235. So let's log in. So now I'm gonna buy it. Put my card details in. Okay, I'll put my card details in, which obviously you cannot see. And complete order with Visa. £3,235.34. Expensive. It's gotta be done. Time for an upgrade. Generate OTP. Okay, where's my phone? Generating an OTP. What's that? There we go. Submit. Whoa, that's it. Done. Let's see when delivery is. Ordered on the 6th of January 2021. And no, I don't want to leave a review yet. Let's have a look. There. There's the spec of the system I've ordered. Just quickly going through it, make sure they're not changed anything. Yep, everything seems okay. Estimated build time. It said 15 to 20 working days. It's basically a month. So I'm going to get it hopefully before the 6th of February. 1 month. Anyway, that's the system that I've just ordered and paid for. And now we see what happens. I'll keep you all updated on the process of ordering a top spec PC from Scan Computers UK. Cost me £3,223 plus delivery on top. And it's going to be a 5950X RTX 3080 monster. Yeah, I thought the price would have dropped if I waited, but it's not looking like it. Not with this another new lockdown. So I've just gone ahead and bought it now. The deal's done. Let's see what to expect. Will it be delivered quicker than 15 to 20 working days? That's 3 to 4 weeks. Or will it extend beyond and beyond and just keep getting extended on forever? We'll find out. And then when it arrives, we'll go through the process of what to check. Build quality, performance, out of the box performance when you first turn it on. How does it benchmark? Heating, does it overheat? Have they cooled it properly? Because according to specifications, it should be run cool. 360mm rad, 3 internal fans. It should run cool. And then we'll do a burn-in test, stability. Just go through the whole process, make sure it works before I use it as a product, you know, a live computer. So I spend a good week testing it before I actually put any software on it, use it as my main computer, which it will be, and hopefully it will last me at least 5 years. My existing computer cost me £2,500 6 years ago, and I'm still using it 6 years on. Yeah, it's a 4790K GTX 970. This one, in inflation terms, it's virtually the same price. You know, £700 I'm paying. At that time, 4790K was the, you know, the bee's knees. What's it called? The Devil's Canyon. This is excellent for overclocking, which the 5950X should be as well. You know, obviously, you know, pop it up a 200 megahertz, something like to 4 point. I don't want to overclock it too much, like to 5 gigahertz, 4.7, 4.9, something like 4.5 to 4.6, depending on the temperatures. That's going to govern where I overclock it to. I don't want to see the CPU go over 80 degrees under load, because that will shorten its life. Basically, if you want your system to last long, you have to have it running cool, and that means under 80 degrees. If your computer is running over 80 degrees, you're shortening its life, no matter what anyone says. 90 degrees, you're going to shorten it a lot. The longer it's run for over 80 degrees, the shorter the life you have. I'm not saying that it's going to drop dead next month, but for instance, if your temperatures are well below 80, say usually around 50 to 60, then your computer will easily last 5 years. Now, if your temperatures are consistently above 80, then you'll be lucky if your computer lasts 3 years. You'll be lucky if they're consistently above 80. If they're above 90, you'll be lucky if you'll start getting problems like errors cropping up probably within a couple of years, 18 months to 2 years. You'll have things going wrong with your system, with your CPU. You know, it'll just be more prone to crashes, more freezing. That's the sign of a dying CPU. When you're getting more blue screens of death. Like my 4790K runs pretty stable still. Obviously it's not as stable as it was before. Maybe it'll crash once every 6 or 7 weeks, get a blue screen of death. You know, which is not too bad given that it is overclocked by 200 megahertz and is 6 years old. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I've ordered the PC, it's coming, and we'll benchmark it, test it, and we'll see what we've got. Done. Dusted. Subscribe for those videos.